What is up, Taurus? I'm back from Kind of Big Deal Tarot to do your reading. We're going to do an energy check-in. I did get some downloads for your reading through my meditation. I actually got something in my dreams. But we're going to see if the cards match my downloads, then we can talk about it. All right. So I am going to use the Kipper deck in some of your reading, but I am going to start off with the soul journey like I did with everybody else. Only fair. But what I did get when I just flipped the deck or cut the deck, I got wealthy man held in high honor. So some of you guys could be a wealthy man or female. We all have feminine and masculine energy within us. And if this does not resonate with you, please come back another time. It will not resonate with everybody. I just cut the deck again and had privileged lady. So some of you guys are checking out a privileged person or someone, again, that you might hold in high honor. I also feel that you're definitely in your thoughts about the situation, and you might be getting a message or a letter. Okay, so we're going to start off with the soul journey and see what they have going on for you. Also, soul to child. All right, so thank you, ancestor, spirit guides, higher self, archangels, especially Archangel Michael. Please show us what you have here for Taurus. Taurus, however you want to see it. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and North Node. Give me one or two cards for Taurus here. What do you have to say for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Node? So already we see failure in relationship. So some of you guys now felt like a failure in a relationship, or you might feel like your relationship is failing. Just all self-esteem as well and fear. So we're going to see. That never happened. So we're going to see what we get in your reading, Taurus. Show me what you have for Taurus here. Taurus. Fear, adversity. One more. Okay. All right. So already from that, I'm getting, let's see what's at the bottom of that, courage, which is also Leo's energy. So you are trying to overcome your fear by facing it, right? You are getting the courage, the inner strength to face your fear, right? With confidence. You're being bold. You're taking daring moves. You feel like you accept something that you might have failed at, maybe a relationship, a job, a friendship, whatever it is for you. You're accepting it. You're moving on, okay? But the way that you're moving on, again, might present some challenges, adversity, to your responsibilities, to how you used to be looked at or how you're being looked at now is what I'm seeing and hearing. All right, so let's see what's at the top of the deck. Excuse me, I am hot, so I got to take off this robe. Ooh, chat. All right, so top of the deck. Hello. If you're new here, please subscribe. You have health. Who got this in their reading? Oh, Libra. So you could be dealing with a Libra. I have Libra in your chart. But again, you're trying to focus on being healthy, making healthier decisions as you move on in life. But again, you're facing a fear. I feel for some of you guys that think you fear being alone. Okay, you fear being alone. You might have failed at something and it's weighing heavy on you right now. So we're going to start off with some scoop and then some tarot. So we're going to get to the bottom of it without getting to the bottom of it. Only way you can get to the bottom of it if you have a personal reading, and that is in the description box below. Right now, since I am trying to get my people up, they're going to be offered very low at this time for $35 for 50 minutes, okay? Sometimes I go on and on talking because I like to get to the bottom of it, okay? Let's see what we got going on here. We got somebody needs shadow work or are doing their shadow work because they have some inner child wounds that they need to overcome. Again, fear, some type of failure. Maybe it was a failure in a relationship. Somebody also could be getting caught up, being caught up in the act of something or doing something that they're not supposed to be doing. You could be dealing with a performer. Could also be trying to leave something behind. All right. Also saw travel, astral travel. All right. Let's get some. What is the main energy for Taurus right here? What is the main energy for Taurus? All right, here we go. All right, 2 main cards. I see a reconciliation. I got scared in reverse, attraction, and hurting. All right, so again, you find somebody very attractive, but again, like I said, you're trying to get rid of the fear. Hi, Nini. Hi, love. You're trying to get rid of the fear. You're trying to face your fear because you realize it is nothing but an illusion. It's all in your head. It could be coming from something in the past, what I'm feeling up, what I've been feeling, because you're operating out of hurt. You're operating out of pain that you had or have to accept. You had some challenges that you're getting through, okay? But you may not feel like you're getting through them the right way. And you might also be doing anything and everything to get through them, all right? Like being a rebound or having a rebound is what I'm hearing from spirit, okay? Let's get some more energies for Taurus. Yeah, you're trying to leave something behind, or maybe you have already. Okay, you're leaving the past behind because I felt like the past was a lot of hurt, a lot of challenges. You were dealing with a performer, someone that put an act on just for you. You also might be putting on an act for somebody else to get through these challenges, to get through this adversity. You still might be hurt from the past situation, but you know you have to leave it behind. You know you have to let the past stay in the past. You have to move forward. It's the only way to really get rid of it. But you still have to deal with it. And that's where that inner child and that shadow work comes in. You still have to deal with it in a way. You can't just leave it behind if it's a part of you. It's a part of you for a reason. It was to help you grow. Nothing is ever done for nothing. It is always a learning process in our life. And that's what people need to understand. Your past is here for a reason. When we stay in the past, that creates depression. When we worry about the future, that creates anxiety. So again, you're trying to leave something behind, but deep down inside, you're still hurting about it. You could be dealing with somebody that's very attractive. Yeah. I feel like you are creating illusions in your mind. You're looking in the mirror and you're not seeing the full picture of what's going on. Or you're dealing with somebody that's doing this for you. They're showing you a whole picture, but in the back, the whole back is bit out. Just like that apple. All right. So I feel like for you, I feel like this is you. You're creating illusions like everything is okay. But realizing, your whole back is hurting. You're still traumatized. You're still upset. You might be getting a message from somebody that's very cold and distant right now because they're upset at you because you basically did leave them behind and you haven't dealt with the challenges that you might have dealt with in that situation. It might have been a failure. I'm hearing a failure in a relationship, a situationship, whatever it was for you. Okay. Oh, no, not ready. All right, so you could be dealing with somebody now, but not ready is in reverse. So again, instead of saying that you weren't ready, that you had to heal, you decided to deal with this person anyway. Okay? You didn't take things slow. All right, Taurus? Something significant could be about Halloween. All right? Maybe that's one of your favorite holidays. Okay? Maybe something happened around Halloween. Only you would know. Somebody is definitely submerged in emotions. Come on, spirit. All these cards now. I'm not taking all those cards. All right, so give me a minute to reshuffle these. What's going on for Taurus? Then we're going to get to the tarot. So I feel like, yeah, you're operating out of trauma. Okay, you're creating trauma bonds. You're not creating really anything very significant. You're operating out of illusions. You still might have some type of addictions. Drinking, alcohol, shopping. It can be different for everyone. It also be codependency, needing somebody there, needing somebody in your energy because you're afraid of being alone. But again, you feel somebody's very attractive. Toxic family in reverse. You're trying to get rid of a toxic family dynamic. That could have been what you were dealing with in the past. You are very guarded. or you've been dealing with somebody who's very guarded. But I feel like this is you. I feel like that you have a lot of addictions that you drown yourself out with because you're very guarded and you had to deal with a lot of toxic situations from the past, family, loved ones, failed relationships, all that. Okay. But you're not handling it. You're not doing the inner work. Missing piece in reverse. Okay. You're not doing the healing properly. Reconciliation in reverse. Trigger in reverse. Muse. You find somebody very amusing. They can find you very amusing. Okay. You like watching this person. Again, you feel like this person is very attractive. But what I'm getting is I feel like some of you guys rushed into something. You rushed into a relationship, or you're rushing into a relationship because you're trying to avoid the inner work. You're trying to avoid the trauma. You're trying to avoid the adversity, the challenges. Okay. You are not truly learning what you need to learn because it hurts too bad to really think about the situation. So you put on a mask, you put on that illusion that nothing is really wrong with you. You're not missing any pieces here. Okay. And you are avoiding a toxic family dynamic instead of dealing with it. We all have some type of toxic family or failures in relationship, but we have to still deal with the hurt that it caused us. We can't going on to another relationship because that same aspect suddenly, somehow will appear in that other person. Not saying that that other person will be toxic, because we have not dealt with it. Again, we still draw that kind of energy to us because we really haven't healed from what was ever in the past. Yeah, you can catch a flight, you can travel, you can go distance, but you're not dealing with it. You haven't dealt with it because you haven't worked on the situation at hand. You haven't worked on the trauma. You haven't worked on yourself. You also might be drowning it out with alcohol, drugs, shopping, whatever it is your addiction is for you, but it's here. And you're very guarded. You're very protective over your heart. And that is understandable. But you still have to deal with it. If you're overprotective of your heart and you're leaving things behind and you're guarded, then you don't need to be rushing into any new relationship. I don't care how attractive the person is. Christmas is in reverse. Halloween is upright. So something is very significant about Halloween. Maybe Halloween is one of your favorite holidays. Maybe that's one of the things where you can be able to put on a mask, okay? And be the person that you really want to be. Because that's what a lot of people do. They wait for Halloween to be the evil demon when that's who they are, or the angelic person. That's who they want to really be. Christmas in reverse. Something significant could happen around Christmas. Maybe where all this family dynamic, this toxic situation may happen. Maybe it's always around Christmas time when your family gets together. Or maybe your failed relationship happened around Christmas time. Maybe that's when you found out somebody was cheating. And blase and blase and blase. Whatever it is. Oh, come on, Spirit. I want to get to the tarot card. All right, they're making me pull a few of these. What's the T? What's the T for Taurus? So again, you got some situations that you need to really work through. I feel like you need to accept certain things and then still work on these inner healing, because that is part of the challenge for you. All right. We got divine feminine in reverse. So some of you guys, if you are this feminine, you're not operating in your divinity. Okay. You're not operating. You're not attracting. You're chasing. You're insecure. Okay, remember we all have feminine and masculine energy. Let's read the divine feminine. The situation involves a divine feminine, intuitive, accepting, heart center. So definitely you're not out of love. You're not operating out of your heart center. Okay? And you're definitely not paying attention to your intuition. Okay? So moving in reverse. Some of you guys could feel stuck because you can't move. Or maybe when you did move, it was, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what happened here, but every time, I'm telling you, every time, ooh, the devil is a liar here. I tell you, give me two more for Taurus. You guys hear me okay? Money issues. Money has been stagnant. Somebody's penny pinching. Okay, but maybe that's part of your addiction. Maybe you're spending too much money. Okay, and a glow up in reverse. Oh yeah, here we go. Soul contract. You're under a soul contract with someone, a twin flame, a soulmate, or a karmic. Okay, and you're feeling lonely. You're having no one, wanting companionship, isolated, feeling like an outcast or a loner. Glow up is in, well, it's actually sideways. Spirits that leave it just like that. I do what they tell me. All right, yeah, because you are very lonely. Even though you might have moved, you're lonely. You're missing something. You're missing someone. You're missing a part of you. Again, like I said, that you need to work on. But some of you guys are refusing to do the work, or you're in a relationship where you're still feeling lonely. You're still feeling isolated. All right, because you're very guarded. You're not operating out of your heart center. You're operating out of illusions, confusion. You might be dealing with somebody that's cold or distant. I feel like this person is at a distance. They're cold right now. Okay, because how you move. For some of them, feel like you moved into another situation fast. You didn't take it slow. All right, let's get to the nitty gritty of the tarot. Again, some of you guys are fathers. Got the divine masculine here, the emperor showing up as well. Okay, trying need to focus on your stability here. Some of you guys miss somebody, but again, you may not be saying it because it's going to be the person that caused you hurt. It's going to be the person that you felt was toxic. Okay, but it's a challenge that you need to get through and work through. But the part of working on it is part working on yourself, working on your inner child. All right, show me what's going on here for Taurus. What is the fear that they're facing here? Nine of Cups. All right, some of you guys are attaining your wishes, okay? You feel like you're in a place of comfort. You may be feeling satisfied, okay? Okay, but you might be also in a place of being smug, being greedy. You might have a new lawyer. New lover. Why did I say lawyer? Lawyer might be coming in. This person might be a lawyer. You might be a lawyer. You might feel like you found a love, okay? You might feel like you chose somebody new, a partnership. You might feel like this is a strong bond, all right? But again, even though you're in this strong bond, you're still feeling kind of lonely here. You're feeling very smug here. You may feel like this person is everything that you wish. Ooh, child, it could be a Capricorn. Or you might have Capricorn in your chart. But again, some of you guys are operating out of temptation. Okay? You're operating out of materialism. You have some addictions. You could be addicted to love. You could be addicted to having a partnership. Okay, so yeah. You could be addicted to wanting relationships. That's that codependency. All right, but you're still feeling restricted in this situation. Okay, with this person that you rushed into. Okay, rushed in a relationship with. You might even be feeling smug, like, because this person could be very attractive. Okay. But for a lot of you, I feel like you rushed into this relationship. You could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, a Gemini, or a Capricorn that you're in a relationship with or have it in your chart. The Hermit. You still feel alone. You still feel very isolated. But again, in isolation, you need to, again, do some soul searching. Because Spirit is trying to give you some inner guidance of how to deal with your challenges. But again, some of you guys are not listening because you're caught up in a relationship. You're caught up in this temptation. You're caught up in materialism. You're caught up in whatever this addiction is. And for a lot of you, I feel like it's a relationship. I feel like you're a relationship hopper. You go from one person to another person to another person without even doing the inner work. And that caused nothing but delays in life, period. All right, let's get more. Some of you guys could have Virgo in your chart or dealing with a Virgo. But again, I feel like you rushed into something. You could have rushed into something that's next to the moving card when you moved. All right, maybe this person is refusing to move with you. Your money is coming in slowly but surely. You're working hard. But again, it was a slow process. You feel still very bored with the situation or person, and you lack self-discipline. Because again, I feel like you rushed into something or you're rushing into something. You didn't take something very slow because you're addicted. You're addicted to being in love. You're addicted there that people are like that. Yeah, the world. You haven't really closed out a cycle. Okay. You haven't really closed out a cycle. You still might need closure. Or you might be dealing with somebody that might need closure. You're not looking at yourself as an infinite being with infinite possibilities. So again, opportunities might be lacking because you could also be spending money like crazy, burning through money. Might be burning through money on this new relationship here. Show me more for Taurus. Hierophant, there you go. I love when people come out in their own reading. Yeah, you're supposed to be the person that leads by an example. Okay, you could be a spiritual advisor. You also might be going with the status quo. You also might have a tradition, belief in love and relationships, and that's what you're seeking. Give me more about this devil. But again, you're not leading with that energy. That's the illusion. Like you come off as this hierophant, this teacher, this person that has these high beliefs. But again, you're not, or high morale, but you're conforming to what other people expect you to be. I feel like you're still operating out of hurt, deception. You're operating out of fear, illusions. You're not paying attention to your intuition. You're having repressed emotions and inner confusion, and that's what's guiding you. Okay, you may feel like you're taking a new journey, but here it goes to the side, and Spirit said turn in reverse. You got somebody that's taking you for a fool. You're taking a risk in a new relationship, and they're benefiting from it. Okay, yep. 3 of Pentacles. This also could be at work. But at the bottom of that, you got the 2 of Cups. At the top of the deck, we got the 10 of Cups. Yeah. You think this person is your end all be all. 9 to 10 of Cups. So even though you might feel lonely right now, if you think you're lonely now, wait until tonight, girl. All right, so you want this whole big dream, happy family because you had some effed up relationships, some toxic family members, whatever, boo hoo hoo. I sympathize with you, Taurus, but the fact that you're not doing the inner work, you're refusing to deal with it, and a lot of you rushed into something real fast, okay? Instead of doing, like I said, you are the Hierophant. I said this in one of your other readings. You are supposed to lead by an example. You can't tell other people how to do it as the counselor, as a spiritual teacher, and then you're not walking in those steps. That is very contradiction, a walking contradiction. Okay? It looked like whoever you're collaborating with is still in a third party, or you are. So this whole relationship is misaligned. This person is taking you for a fool. You took a foolish act. You took a daredevil risk, and it's not paying off. It may be paying off on the outside, but on the inside, you know damn well you still feel lonely. I don't feel like you trust this person. But again, it looks good on the outside. This person is very attractive. At times, they're everything that I wanted. They make me feel good when they're here. But when they're gone, what are they doing? Are they still the person in the relationship, or you are? Have you not let something go in the past and you're using this person as a rebound, or they are? Oh, we're going to get to it. We're going to get to it. Let's get to it. Tell me what is going on. Why does Taurus feel like a fool? Why are they being treated like a fool? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. 4 of Pentacles. Yeah. You've been overspending. You've been holding back. You could feel like this person is holding back, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. But yeah, this person that you're dealing with is greedy. All right? They're greedy. And they're doing what they need to control you and your money and how you spend it. As they over here conserving their money from themselves and what else they're doing, show me more about the person that Taurus is dealing with or why they feel like a fool. 20 card spirit. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on. Oh, champ. All right, that was too many. But it looked like some of you guys walked away from somebody that broke your heart. And it was, again, like I said before, and this was in my download. You know, you're doing tit for tat, but the only one that's getting hurt even more is you. Is you. The person that you walked away from, it looked like they're trying to do their healing. They're trying to be responsible. They're trying to do the work. But on you, on the other hand, you're not doing it. Don't shoot the messenger. This is what real tarot is about. I have to tell you about yourself. Yep, there you go. You're still operating out of hurt. Self-destruction. You're headed for self-destruction. You might have hit rock bottom. You might feel ruined. You might be in agony. And again, you call yourself severing ties and being the martyr. Okay? But you're dealing with somebody else that is definitely just using you. Okay? 6 of Wands. You want the spotlight. You want the attention. You want the fame. You want the victory and success. But the way that you're moving, you're definitely not moving. Okay, like that. Now you have the Empress in reverse. I mean, upright. I feel like you're dealing with somebody that's very luxurious. Somebody that you got to spend a lot of money on. I feel like also this is what you want. You want the success. You want to be independent. You want luxury. You want all that. But again, the way that you're operating out of betrayal. You're operating out of ruin. You're operating out of illusions. You're operating out of fear. You repress your emotions. You're not paying attention to your intuition. Some of you guys could have cancer in your chart, dealing with the cancer. Come on, Spirit. Stop playing with me. Woo, child. You know, I can't make it up. You can't make it up. Spirit, y'all gonna stop. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Gold digger. She takes my money when I'm in need. Yeah, she's a trifling friend indeed. Oh, yeah, she's a gold digger. The ways on time. Who's good to me? Yep. You're dealing with a gold digger. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. She may seem very grounded, very successful, a businesswoman, or this could be you. Okay, this could be you being a gold digger. Wants the benefits of being with you. As long as they know that you're operating out of this fear. King of Pentacles, side right there. King and Queen. You hear me now? You sideways and the other person's reverse. Or vice versa. They still ain't up both right. So, exactly. Get it together. What do you think this is saying here? Who's using who? 4 of Swords. Yeah, it's time for you to take a 4-4. It's time for you to take a time out and really think about what you are doing, how you're doing it, how you're moving. All right? For King of you guys are a father or a mother, and you're not paying attention to your responsibility. I understand you wanted a new start. You wanted fun, optimism. Okay? You wanted somebody very playful. You wanted something new. Who doesn't? But you're not making a difficult decision. You're not taking off the mask. You're not seeing clearly here because you're acting blindfolded with the 2 of Swords upright. What I said, she's taking off that mask. You are going through avoidance. You're information overload because for some of you guys, you're very intuitive as a Hierophant as well. And you're not paying attention to, and the King and the Moon, you're not paying attention to your intuition. Your intuition is trying to tell you something, but you're not listening. You can't listen when you're surrounded by people all the time, partying. But that's where the isolation comes in. That's where they want you to listen. Listen to what you're doing. Listen to your intuition. Listen to your higher self. Listen to your ancestors. Yep. Game over. Four swords in reverse. What I say? You're not taking the time to meditate, to be in isolation. You're not taking the time to be in deep contemplation about what you're doing. You refuse to do it. You just refuse. There could have been an ending. You could have ended something with a Scorpio. You could have did some inner purging. You could be doing that now. And you're facing a personal transformation and a big change here. This part is this adversity. All right. But to do your manifestations, you got to tap into your resources. Don't be in untapped talents. Again, you're still operating out of heart. 8, betrayal, disillusions, sadness, trauma, depression, and sorrow. Any more with this deck for Taurus? Any more for Taurus? Oh, here we go. Wow, Queen of Cups in reverse. All right, here. All righty. So you could be dealing with 2 females or 2 masculines. Some of you guys in a situation with a water sign. You could have felt like this person was not loyal, was not a good mother, was immature, all right, was not supportive, was not a healer, was not loving. So that's why you ended the situation. But you are still healing on, holding on to what this person has done to you. 9 of Swords. Yeah. You still have anxiety, fear about it, worry, again, depression, nightmares, deep-seated fears are still inside of you. And that's how you're operating out. So you went into a new relationship or situation just because of what you've been through, your heartache in your past, without healing it. Yep. All you want is attention, victory. You wanted to show victory over being with this person. Almost like tit for tat. I can do better than you. I can do better than you. I can have somebody better than you. I'm going to show you. But what's really going on here? Lord have mercy, child. What did I just say? The 5 of Swords. Trying to be controlling the upper hand. Trying to win at all costs. Knowing damn well you want your family back. You want a reconciliation. You really want to make amends. Knowing damn well. Woo, and the 5 of Wands. Obstacles, ego clash. You definitely in your ego here with the 6 of Wands. Taurus. Being unruly. Being very defensive. And from that, I feel like you're going to have a lot of struggles. Because I feel like, what's going on here with this Queen of Swords? I mean, Queen of Cups in reverse. This person has clarity, though. They're focused on their happiness. I hate to say it, but I don't think they're worried about you. I don't think they focused on you anymore. I think they've seen the truth of who you are. They have been enlightened. They're being more optimistic and confident about the situation. Hope you guys didn't get somebody pregnant. Okay? Anymore. Ooh, spirit, I tell you. Anymore. Oh, now somebody up in here. All right, yeah, you're being judged, okay? You're making decisions, all the choices that you had. But again, with the 7 of Cups here, you might have not have made the right choice. You might have not made the right choice. You could have been very confused about what to choose, who to choose, what to do. Yada, yada, yada. Yada, yada, yada. Oh, some of you guys might be going to court in the future. You might be looking at a court date. Could be dealing with the Libra as well. But again, you could also been dealing with somebody now that has a vision. Now you could be wanting a vision. Waiting for your ships to come. But for some of you, they're at the dock. There go the devil again. Toxicity. Toxic situations. toxic people that you have to get out and away from your life. Oh, here we go. Six of Swords in reverse and the King of Swords in reverse. Some of you guys could be dealing with an authority figure, and that could be a lawyer or a judge. Six of Swords in reverse. Somebody is not moving on to calmer waters. Feel like this is you. You're definitely not going to be moving on to a smooth transition after you get this message from the law. Again, some of you guys cannot get over the hurt that has been done to you in the past. Ooh, child. You want to fight for something. You want to set boundaries and standards and all that. Okay. With someone in the past, Six of Cups, Scorpio energy. But again, you may feel like this person always played innocent. They can feel this way about you. Okay. So again, Six of Cups upright is also about a reconciliation. This could be a childhood love, somebody that you know from child. You could have nostalgic feelings about this person. But again, you feel like you guys are always fighting. You guys never come to terms with anything. This person hurt you from the past. They might have cheated, but cheater at the bottom of the other deck. Oh, come on, spirit. And you're trying to focus on your stability. Well, you need to. I feel like this person's trying to focus on their stability, but there's all this inner chaos, this inner drama. But I really feel like this is inner. Okay? You try to put somebody in competition, and it's messing with your stability because you're the one that's still holding on. I feel like this person's not still holding on to you. They might just want fairness. They might just want balance in the life. Okay? Especially if you guys shared a family. Yep, you out there swinging your wand or swinging your poom poom, or this is what you want, something new. Okay? Because in your mind, you feel very defeated by this person in the past. You still feel defeated by what they did. You haven't let it go. So again, you with the Ace of Wands, you feel like you want something to explore, something new, someone new. You want to get your swagger back, your passion back. So some of you guys definitely walked away or are trying to walk away or going to walk away. Or somebody's going to walk away from you. Again, 555 is here. Five of Pentacles. Feeling destitute, lack mindset, scarcity, fear. Your money could be affected because you're overspending and not doing the right things, not taking care of your responsibilities with this money. Temperance. Everything has been divinely guided. Because again, I feel like there is some huge lessons that need to be learned here through these challenges, through this adversity. And one of the lessons is to work on your inner healing. That you haven't, that you've been avoiding. It needs to be balanced back in your life with the Temperance and the Libra card here. Balance is going to be restored some way, somehow, whether you like it or not. Taurus, okay? Give me more with this Temperance card for Taurus. I hope you guys don't get this person pregnant. Queen of Discs is now upright. Seven of Wands. So you might have to... Ooh, child. Ace of Swords. Just watch that somebody else don't get pregnant. You might need to cover up that wand if you are a masculine here, trying to get somebody else pregnant. Okay? But again, you need to nurture yourself. And part of nurturing and loving yourself is being in isolation. It's healing yourself. Taking care of yourself. I do see a pregnancy here. But I feel like there's going to be a fight. There's going to be a fight if this happens. With the Seven of Wands. Why is this fight going to happen here? You also might be very guarded here. Yeah, you've been very too generous with this new person with the Two of Cups. Could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. You've been too generous with and not taking care of your responsibilities here as a father or a mother. Yep. Somebody feels very backstabbed and betrayed by you, by what you're doing here. So I feel like this is why this person is taking you to court. You could, again, be manifesting things in the strength card again. You may be wanting to face your fears, but I feel like somebody is doing all they can to deal with what you're doing or how you're moving. Again, this is not going to be for everyone. All right. So again, I feel like for some of you guys, you're dealing with something, you rush into something, and you haven't dealt with your past challenges, your past adversity, your past hurt. And the way that this is going, how fast you move into this situation, you're going to get somebody else pregnant that is basically just there for a short time. They're just there to have fun, to get lit, to have fun with you, also to make somebody else jealous. And maybe this is part of your doing. But I also feel like this other person you're dealing with might not be the only person that they're dealing with. Okay? So you need to watch it. Okay? Now we're going to go to the Kipper deck. Show me more for Taurus energy before we end this situation. You might not be the only person that they deal with. All right? You're on a new journey. I understand that. Yes, you are. You might be getting on the train. You got your bags packed. With the 10, it is a completion. You need to put something to an end. All right? And when I say put it to an end, really end it. If you're leaving someone behind, okay, and going on a new journey, you need to make sure you heal yourself. You're trying to court somebody else. You're trying to be in a new relationship. But you need stability here. You need stability back. False person. Lady in red. Lovers. So this new person that you could be heading towards could be a false person. They could be the one that's wearing the mask here. All right. Some of you guys might come into some great fortune. Privileged lady again. So again, watch your money around this person. This person is a gold digger. They might even talk about marrying you for money. Official person. Again, some of you guys could be in the law. Especially with the Hierophant. You could be in a government body. The military. They know you got good money, good benefits. So again, try not to marry this person. I see a message of concern here. That could be the legal matter. Yeah, you got concern. You're concerned. Number 33. Could be somebody's age, life path number. 22, age or life path number. Wow. Expectation in reverse. What you're expecting out of this person, this new person, is not what you're going to get. Somebody also could have been waiting on something from you. Maybe some money, a letter or whatever. They didn't get it. So again, I feel like you're concerned because you don't know if this person is a real person here with the false person above it. You're definitely in your thoughts. You feel like this person is the one, the privileged lady, but she feels privileged. Yeah, I told you, I saw the child. You could be thinking about your child. All right. For some of you guys, you could be thinking about your children. You also could be thinking, what if I get this other person pregnant, or what if they are pregnant? All right. Message of concern. I feel like this is the message that the other person is going to get, that you got somebody else pregnant. Okay. Or this could be you about a court case. Male or female. All right. There is a mature woman here. There's a mature woman in the privileged lady. I feel for some of you guys, the other person that you may be dealing with, that you left behind, that you're still hurt from, that is hurt from you, is trying to be very mature about what's going on. Even though now they feel the heat. They feel backstabbed. They feel betrayed. They feel upset. They feel you're hurt. But this ain't nothing but a game of tit and tat. All right? And nobody's going to win here, especially if there's a child in the middle. The only person that's going to get hurt is the child. There is a situation that really needs to come to a closure here, in here. But you have to deal with it. You have to deal with it for real. By dealing with your inner hurt, your trauma, the pain. And when I say deal with it in the right way. Not going and just being in another relationship and say, aha, look who I'm with. Look who I got. Because they ain't doing nothing but hurting you. And if there's a child in the middle of it, that's only going to do but nothing but hurt the child. Because the child's going to feel neglected. Like, how do you just go and do all this for this other person? And what did you do? Forget about me? Children remember. All right? Children do remember. All right, any more spirit? Like, y'all just make me just do all this stuff. All right, I'm going to do the island wellness cards first, and then we're going to do some money oracles because you are a Taurus. Show and money did come out. So give me 5 cards here with Taurus ending this relationship, ending this situation. Relationship, what? Mask, healing heart, what? I'm telling you, sometimes I just need to write the stuff down. I need no cards. What I tell you? One more spirit. The Phoenix. All right, some of you guys, like I said, you're operating out of passion. Insane chemistry, like each other, equally having fun. You just like this person, y'all have mad chemistry. That don't mean get in a relationship with the person. That don't mean get married. That don't mean have a baby. Okay? It definitely doesn't mean that because you're still needing to work on shit from the other shit. How are you going to run from one relationship to another? Girl with the snake. What I just say? Empath and narcissist paradigm. Being charmed or used. Enable boundaries. You need to set some goddamn boundaries. Okay? And I hear it already. That other person's the narcissist. And no. You want to blame the person on the past. Well, look who's doing who. Look who's doing what. Again, as I said, the mask. Somebody's not showing their true feelings. They're hiding. They're pretending. I feel like you're being gaslighted by this other person because you haven't even healed your heart. And just like a dog in heat, another dog can smell when another dog is in heat. People can smell a wounded warrior. People can smell somebody operating out of vulnerability. Other people can smell that. Especially a fucking snake. They can smell it. Healing from heartbreak. You can feel like you're free from a toxic relationship or an addiction, but the way it's popping up in here, baby bubba, you're still doing some of that shit. You ain't totally healed. You're sewing up your heart, but again, you think healing part of your heart is getting into another relationship, doing this, doing that. You need to heal first before you go rubbing up on somebody else and getting another person pregnant, creating a whole dynamic of toxicity and toxic family. Again, the runner. A runner in a codependent relationship. Fear of intimacy. Listening to ego. Bam. You could just be in the talking phase. Interested. Conversing more. Awaited messages arrives. A text, a call, an email, a hovering. I feel like that's going to be that letter. That letter coming from the courts. That letter coming from the justice system. The Phoenix. A new phase. A rekindle. A renewal, a transformation, growth, and a changed mind. That's what you need to do. You need to rise like the phoenix from the ashes, from the challenges that you've been dealing with, instead of just going on and dealing with somebody else. Okay? Taking your unhealed energy over somewhere else. Money moves. Let's see the money moves for Taurus. Give me 5 cards for Taurus. Whoa. Wow. Money tree. Dreams come true. You will get what you have long desired. Enjoy your wealth. You do got money, great fortune, but don't let nobody use you. All right? Star power. Becoming an influencer of the company. Earn some fame, popularity. Step into the spotlight. I feel like some of you guys are. Whoa, child. All right? This came out in reverse. Bright ideas in reverse. Have an innovative new inspiration. Test new ideas, break out fast. So again, you have new ideas that you're not testing. You're not going through them because you're steady out there spending your money, hanging out, getting lit, whatever you're doing. All right, Spirit, come on. Okay. You got fruits of your labor and loyalty. Closed doors. No good job opportunities. The current job is coming to an end. Start all over again. Ooh, child. Some of you guys might be losing your job, ending a job. There could be endings in different areas, okay? Watch out for it. Endings. The cycle is over. It's time for you to make a change, a rebirth. It's time to say goodbye. Okay? With La Muerta, the dead. Loyalty. True friendship and loyalty are the most important values. Be loyal to your friends. Okay? Make sure your friends are being loyal to you as well. It needs to be reciprocated. Fruits of your labor. It's time to reap the fruits of your labor and become rich. But you're not going to become rich if you got to spend it on other people, on another bitch, or another guy. If you're just wasting money. In isolation, that is how you become rich. Because you get rid of the clutter. You get rid of the naysayers. You get rid of everybody's opinion in your ear. And you can listen to your inner self. But when you're steady needing to be around independent people because of codependencies or whatever the hell you got going on, you can't listen to yourself. All right. I hope this message, touch somebody. You learned something. And thank you. I just want to say, be you, love you. That is your highest vibration of all. And I love you guys. Thank you for your support and come back. All right. Bye now.